Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahushai, Brakati Yahweh, Brakati Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rachak, Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Well, salutations, and hopefully like that day, Akim to Sadakim, that do this thing in the utmost truth and sincerity. I'm the priest Shaman. This week's topic is going to be entitled, We Cannot Circumvent Jacob's Trouble, right? We cannot circumvent. We'll go around Jacob's trouble. I'm pretty sure I did a lesson like this before, because we always get into Jacob's trouble. You see, the problem is a lot of these Israelites, they want the kingdom handed to them without going through anything. But that's not how it goes. You know what I mean? That actually takes away the value of a thing when it's easy to get, right? That's how come there's a big stigma against women who give up the box easy, right? Oh, she gave it up easy. Because it's a loss of value. Things increase in value when it's harder to attain. That's just what it is. And to obtain the kingdom of heaven, the scriptures tell us, through much tribulation. Part of that tribulation is Jacob's trouble. And our people, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, they don't want to hear that. You know, they want to hear things are going to be smooth. In fact, I don't know if the IUIC is still teaching it, but they're saying that we're going to get delivered, beamed out of Jacob's trouble. That's not accurate. Book of Isaiah. I'm sorry, that's not what I wanted. Yep, this is what I wanted. Isaiah 30:10 says, let me start at 9. Isaiah chapter 30, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, which are the prophets, same thing, see not. And to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things, speak unto us smooth things, right? So they don't want to hear the right. What's the right thing? The right thing is that Jacob's trouble is coming, all right? All hell will break loose here in America, and we're going to be in the midst of that. It's going to be a fearful, scary time. Yeah, that's the spirit, 144 on the plate. It's going to be a scary and you know, fearful time, but we just got to endure. All right, it says, smooth things, prophesy deceit. Right, deceit, lie to us. You know, they rather get lied to than hear the truth. They want to hear sweet lies instead of hard truths. But we're not here to do that, all right? Because this is not our word. This is not our feelings. This is the word of the Lord. And you can't fuck around with the word of the Most High. If you know what the scriptures say, and you say, look, I know it says that, I know it means that, but let me go ahead and prophesy something else in the name of the Lord, you setting yourself up for condemnation, okay? So, hey, that's how I come here at Great Millstone, Salt, and Apostles and Elders on down. We telling you the truth, man. We don't really come in this thing of how we feel about shit. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we might say, you know, think this, that, but really, it doesn't matter how you feel about it. It's whatever the Lord decrees, that's what's going to come to pass. You see? Isaiah 33:6 says, and wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of thy times. And that's why you want to tell the people what's coming, all right? Because if they know what is coming, they'll be more stable in their mind when it's actually taking place. It won't catch them off guard. You know, when we tell them that, look, all hell is going to break loose, Jacob's trouble is coming, the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. We keep honing in these things. All right, when it actually comes to pass, your mind is going to be a bit more stable. You're going to cash out, your spiritual bank account of all the things you have learned. All right, and time and time again, we say it. We don't have a step-by-step blueprint of how to actually navigate through Jacob's trouble per se. All right, all we telling you is just have faith. You know, a lot. That's all, because we don't know. You don't know where you're gonna be when this thing come through. Like when they do a black swan, when they shut shit down. We don't know. We don't know exactly where we're gonna be. All we know is that we just have to have faith in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai and pray that He delivers us. And that's how come it says, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is His treasure. So we're just gonna keep fearing the Most High through the Spirit, Lord willing, and pray for more fear. Can never have enough fear, man. And that the Most High keeps us stable, keeps us level-headed. A lot of people are going to be bugging the fuck out, man. You know what I'm saying? When we're actually seeing these things, seeing dead bodies in the street, seeing people not give a fuck. There goes that 144 again. Talk about on the license plate, you know what I'm saying? Seeing these things come to pass is going to be mentally I don't even know how to describe it. Like, it's gonna put a lot of mental stress, basically. You know, a lot of fear. Here we go. Jeremiah 30:7. It says, "Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble." And you know, Jacob's been through a lot. Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, Jacob, Israel, we've been through so much since our existence. From 400 years of slavery in Egypt, being deported, being just completely demolished by the Assyrians and the Babylonians. The so-called white man, we've been through a lot, you know what I'm saying? And it's telling you that this day is uncomparable. So it's gonna be some hard fucking times, man, before we get the kingdom. But if we can make it through the pain, short-term pain for long-term gains, if we can make it through the pain, all right, then boom, first fruits of the kingdom of heaven, man. And that's just, oh my goodness, we're yearning for that, man. We are yearning for that. It also says it again. So just in case you ain't hear it in Jeremiah, you're going to hear it again in the book of Daniel. This is the book of Daniel, chapter 12, verse 1. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince, which standeth for the children of thy people." And that's another thing too, all right? The scripture says in the book of Psalms 34:7 that the angels of the Lord encampeth around those that fear him. So the Most High always makes a way for his men, all right? The Most High always makes a way for his believers, you know, even when time seems most dire, because the Most High is very dramatic. He's just like that guy, you know, you watch the movies and the hero of the movie is dangling off a ledge. He's holding his hand, he's holding two hands, and two hands become one hand. Then one hand becomes 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, 1 finger. He finally lets go and somebody grabs him. That's how the Heavenly Father be doing things, you know what I'm saying? Saves us in dramatic fashion. So he's going to have his angels, man, all right? Even when you might not think or it might not seem, you just keep having faith, and last minute, boom, Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua shall make a way for us, man. Believe in that. It says, "And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of thy people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation." Okay, that's Jacob's trouble. "Even to that same time, and at that time thy people shall be delivered, every one that shall be found written in the book of life." And when it says delivered, it doesn't mean beamed up, because I think that's what the IUIC is interpreted as. When Jacob's trouble come, we're going to be delivered as in beamed up. Nah, man, we're going to be delivered in when World War III is taking place. You see? Deliverance meaning the Most High is going to make a way for us to get through Jacob's trouble. All right? But actually getting beamed up on the chariots, hey, man, that's going to take place when this place is being destroyed in World War III. So I guess I can see why they think that. I see what where they got that whole "we're going to be delivered" from. Because the word says deliverance. I see how they got that. Okay. 2 Ezra chapter 15 verse 14 says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein," meaning destruction. Sorrows are coming. It says, "For the sword and their destruction draweth nigh." Right, the sword and destruction draweth nigh. And a sword just means an instrument of destruction, an instrument, you know. And these people are, man, there's a lot of things being set up on stage. You know, a lot of people are becoming more nationalist. You know, I'm seeing a lot of people being pro-America and fuck these other countries type shit. I'm seeing American flags all over the place because DJ T, he's rousing up that patriotism type spirit. Military and enrollment's going up. So, and class separation. A lot of people are like, you know what I mean, clicking up with certain things. So we just need a catalyst, man. A major catalyst that's gonna thrust everything into class riots, race riots, nation riots. It says, "And one people shall stand up and fight against another people," right? And that's what we're talking about. Hey, you even got the immigration situation, right? So again, that's what I'm saying. You've seen a lot of people being broken up into different classes, different factions, and swords in their hands, weapons in their hands. Imagine they arm these migrants, man. You see? Shit could kick. 16, it says, for there shall be sedition among men, uprising against, talks of an uprising against the government, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes. They're not gonna give a fuck about the cops and the mayors and the whatever. Everybody's gonna, when all hell breaks loose, man, you're just gonna try to protect your own family. Like even these cops and all these different people out here in law enforcement, is gonna be so much shit happening. They're gonna have to worry about their own, because people are gonna be doing things in their own power. It says, shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. Meaning they're not gonna get locked up. Who's gonna lock them up? Okay. The different government officials are going to be worrying about their own, man. Just like you see in these movies like Leave the World Behind and shit like that. It says, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. And here in New York City, you have, these different boroughs. A lot of the, damn near apart from the Bronx, is like you're on an island. They cut off the bridges, they cut off the tunnels. You're stuck. You're stuck in Manhattan. You're stuck in Queens. You're stuck in Brooklyn. Okay? You need bridges and shit to get out. They show you that in Dark Knight Rises, when Bane blew up all the bridges. They were stuck in Gotham and blew up the tunnels and shit. They were stuck there. It says 18, for because of their pride the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, men shall be afraid. It's going to be a fearful, scary time. This is the truth. The scriptures tell you better it is to go to the house of mourning than the house of mirth. When you come to the house of the truth and you get this knowledge, it's going to come with grief, because you're going to realize, like, holy shit, man, we in store for some hard times ahead, And I do say we, because the prophets are not exempt from what's coming. See what I'm saying? We're going to be in the midst of that. But the Lord is going to have a hedge about us. The angels. It says 19, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, the famine. Okay, see, the thing with famine doesn't necessarily mean a lack of food, but rather the lack of access to food. So if bridges and shit are shut down and you can't get into cities and stuff like that, grocery stores are going to get ate up real fast, and it's going to be every man for themselves. It says, and for great tribulation. So that is what is coming, all right? And we cannot circumvent this, all right, Jake? We got to deal with the hell, okay? We got to deal with the hell that's going to come through. And just fortify our minds and have faith that the Most High has mercy upon us in that day. All right, so with that, I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rachak Kodash. That belongs to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone True Well. Salutation to the hopefully elect out there, you Aki and to Sadakim, that did us sing in the utmost truth and sincerity. Shalom.